All right, everybody, we got another Goodwill. That's what I like. I like to throw a bone at these Goodwill auctions that are cheap. No one else throwing them. $6. $6 is what it took me to win this one. $5.99 to be exact. Unfortunately, it was $17 shipping, $5 handling. This is supposed to be my head exploding. But, it was $6. Under $30. There's a lot of things I spend more than $30 on that are throwaway items, or consumables, you'd say. I figured this is going to be all junk wax, just so you guys know. I hope you stick around and watch it. Junk wax is junk wax, right? We know what we're getting into. $6. Here we go. I'm going to try to make it into one, but it was a little heavier than I expected, to be honest. Oh, never cut towards yourself, guys. I don't know if you know that little rule. A little story time, but one time I worked in Grand Junction. We hired this lady, and she would cut herself hourly with a box knife. It was outrageous. Oh, we got a bag. Here we got a bag of goodies. Nothing else in there, you see. A bag of goodies. So, we always know what to expect when we get a bag. It isn't going to be very good at quality, maybe. Quality might be missing. But, I don't know. I think I remember seeing nothing crazy in there, but I do see, is that a Jose Canseco Dream Team right on the top of that? That's pretty hilarious. Oh, here we go. Come on. It's going to take me 5 minutes just to even get into this thing, right? All the talking and whatnot. We're just going to start grabbing. Looks like a bunch of junk wax, like I said. Parent. We'll see if we see any names. I heard some guy talk about these cups are starting to become popular. The cup cards. So I might keep those to the side, but probably in about 5 years, these are going to start to be the ones everyone wants. And these are good quality. Look at these suckers. For whatever, for grading or whatever, but was that a Frank Thomas? I think that was a Frank Thomas. BJ Surhoff. I did see these are starting to maybe get a little popular. What year is that? 90. I don't ever remember what these are. Stillwell, Jody Davis, Rasmussen, Maddox, Icorn, Lonnie Smith, Carlos Martinez. I thought that was Frank Thomas when I saw it, but Carlos Martinez, Willie Frazier, Dave, Greg Olson, Joe Carter. These are actually not in the horrible most. These are in pretty good shape, to be honest. I think these Diamond Kings are starting to make a little, I'm not expecting much. $6 to win it, $30 to get to me, like I said, Looks like it's just going to be a bunch of junk wax. I have started to save these. There's some things I'm starting to save, because wrote on that one because people are, I don't know, they're just kind of cool. Like, the stickers are cool to me, so I'm starting to save them. These I'm saving. I'm starting to save this set. So yeah, anyway, what do we got here? Diamond King puzzles. Jose Vizcaino. We got a Sabo, Billy Hatcher, Mr. Dr. Dirt, and Mr. Clean. That's pretty funny. Dykstra and Murphy. Lenny Dykstra, man, he was like he always had a big old freaking Mouth of Chew. Bar Show. There's George Brett Highlight. I mean, these are in great shape. These are in great shape, but man, I don't want to hold them on, you know, and I'm never getting these suckers graded. So then you look on eBay, and they're about, you know, you can get like pennies to $1.09. Your pick of the cards. Yeah. Anyway, I guess maybe you never know if you got enough of these freaking puzzle pieces. I got some already saved up, so freaking, you know, might as well save these ones. It's like you buy these Goodwill auctions and then you just end up having a ton of Drummond, Luis Gonzalez, Danny Jackson, Dakota, a bunch of this stuff, you know, and yeah, maybe hope for something a little better. Jeff Hamilton, Shelby, Bobby Witt, Daly, Pascal Perez, Martinez, Kruger, Perry, Parrott, Carmen, Darren Dalton, he's alright. Hayes, Mulholland, Thon, there's that Lenny Dykstra. Look, there he is with the big old mouth chew. Portugal, Prince. No, at least it's not a bunch of doubles. You know, it's kind of fun to just go through them, just because it's not just the same cards over and over. Fitzgerald, I might get to say it different when it gets to the end of that, I guess. Come on, Reardon, Brian Harper, Bob Rogers, Pena, Gonzalez, Rader, McClure. Keeping on. Let's see what this pile does. Oh, we got a draft pick. Mark Newfield. Mark Dewey Rui, rookie prospect. Todd Van Poppel. Did he end up doing it? I just think he ended up not really doing much. Maybe I'm wrong. Merker, Drummond, Furman, Mark Davis, Yelding, Bob Welch, Harold Baines, Candy Maldonado, Krim, Fernandez, Jose Offerman. Ooh, look at the back of that sucker. Stubbs and Backman. The back of that card was pretty nasty. What we got here? Something weird coming up. McFarlane. Magaran. What are these? Oh, geez Louise. Oh, look at a bunch of these cards. Some of those are... Oh, you gotta have them graded. What are these? Look at these. Has anybody ever seen these things? Trivia cards, I guess, yeah. Some baseball trivia cards. Yeah, interesting. Those are the sets I'm talking about. You get these Goodwill auctions, and you get these little card sets of cards you never would ever see. Oh, are these in order? These are doubles. Look at all those. Oh my god. They're all 6. No way. It's all super fun. Look at these. This is what you also get. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 17 Super Bowl 6. Cowboys, Dolphins. There's probably a 10 in there. Nope, all those corners are bung. That bottom one. It's like every corner. What else we got? All right. Raiders, Vikings. 49ers, Bengals. Raiders, Jets. Or Raiders, Eagles. Oops. Steelers, Cowboys. These are coming up on when I started watching football because I was a Bronco fan. We were up until that 35-point second quarter. So yeah, these are those. What do we got? 11 minutes. All right. Look at these. All right. What do we got? Victory? No. These are looking like freaking AW, CFL. So you pretty much, you want to be finding like maybe a rocket. Yep. See? The rocket. CFL. A couple of those. Can't complain about the rocket. Who else was up there that was good that I know? Daryl Smith. Checklist. It's probably alright, but no, I got 3 of them, so everybody else got 6 of them too. Schultz, Wilson, Don, Greg Battle, Bauer, Brown, Burgess, Rod Hill, Jones, Mimsy. You guys watch South Park? James West, Jerison. I mean, it does seem like the few people watching my videos are my age, which is 50 or older, maybe a couple younger. But did you guys grow up watching South Park too? Ellis, Lancaster. When I was a kid, we didn't have MTV or Comedy Central in our town. The town wouldn't have it. Well, we did get a couple rockets. Which is pretty cool. It was cool. Growing up, right? Let's see, we'll grab these. More than trivias. Here's that Jose. I don't know if these are worth any money or not. But this card's not in the best shape, so. Bordick, Vatcher, Gleaton, Bream, Belinda, Shane Mack. Oh, man. I got a couple of these one time, and they were just so filthy, like, covered in dust. Definitely wash hands after you open these suckers. Oh, there's a Griffey. We got a nice little Griffey. Alright, that's cool. I like it. I'll take that. I will take that. More of these trivias. Oh, we got something special. Something special. Some chance cards. Whatever that is. This must be a teacher or something, maybe? Having some chance cards in class. Frank Viola, Jerry Reed, Thigpen, Moses, Jay Bell, Harris, Joe Girardi, Downs, Quinoa, Terry Mulholland, Thompson, Rick Roden, Gerhardt, Stillwell, Trio, Dotson, Alright. Keep on keeping on. I don't want to really do this in a couple parts, but, you know, sometimes... Oh, look, more desert storms. Man, I had those desert storms. You guys see those desert storms, and then, I was kind of laughing at them going through them, but it turns out some of those, like the Saddam, there's a Saddam in there it's like a $10 or $15 card. So I go through them all, and I get to the Saddam. It literally is the last card, and it is just wrinkled. It was not even worth anything. There's no way anybody would even want it, so it was pretty funny. I did get a couple Dick Cheneys in there. So yeah, in this handful, I'm hoping we're hoping for a Saddam. Little checklist. That's my dog. In case all right, Daisy. That's my dog. Her name is Daisy. She doesn't bark too much, but she does sometimes. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna hear her sometimes. It's like I said, this is not a fancy channel. I'm John X. We're here to pretty much just go through cards like I go through them. And if you don't like that, that's how it goes. Juan Gonzalez, he's alright. We liked him. It's guys like him that get forgotten, right? But man, he had a pretty nice career. I thought, if I remember right. Maybe I'm remembering wrong. Military terms. Marauder. No. Whoever else? Saddam. I think my fingers are getting in the way. I think I just saw them getting in the way. Well, that's what I'm talking about. Get these blue Calgarys. There's really not, I mean, I don't even know these names, but there's not many names I know, so. I think I just did a double entendre. I don't even know what that is either, but I thought it'd be cool to say. You know, I'll take another rocket. Throw a rocket in there. Give me some rocket. Rocket. It's pretty funny how I was looking to say rocket, and then sure enough, he popped in there. Oh, there he goes again. Two back-to-backers. No, just one. The rookie rocket. Oh, no, that's not that corner. That's that corner. That's nice. All right. Pleasant Smith. Checklist. Paul Molitor. Mike Krucrow. Neil Allen. Bedrosian. Bouchel. Yeah, see, this year I've been starting to save that year too, which is kind of funny, but that card's trashed. But Icky Woods, y'all remember it? Y'all remember Icky Woods, right? I wonder if this. Icky Shuffle. Can you guys do the Icky Shuffle? I liked Icky. Munoz, Montoya, Munoz, Sco, Icky Shuffle, Mitch Webster, what is that? Instant win, Paul Abbott, Sigway, Rob Murphy. Couple more of those. Andre Thornton, John Russell. Here we go. might just go like 25 on this one. What do you... I don't know, man. It's just so... I don't want to have long videos, you know? But at the same time, it's like... Bobby Bonilla. Man, these... Okay, these cards. That's what's causing the problem. The more trivia. I guess. Kevin Gross. Bobby Bonilla. I'm saving those because I like that wood. You know, those are nice. I'm trying to build that set too. It's going to be a slow roll, but... Kenny Rogers. I always look at Kenny Rogers because he was a guy I looked at when I was younger. Stillwell, Gullickson, Jeff Coate, Walt Weiss, Burke, Oscar, Steve Avery. How do you end up doing? I lost kind of interest once the there's Barry Bonds popped in there. Bum corner, but I don't know if you guys know, Barry Bonds kind of been going on. Barry Bonds market been going through the roof, but they're only talking about it's a PSA 9. Everything else is $1.20. Shipped you for free. Finley, Jim Abbott, Ricky sliding in. Ricky Jordan, Brian McKay. Oh, that's cool. I like Brian McRae. McKnight, Riardo, Jets, Apier, Hartley, Salazar, Finley. We'll move that down a little bit. Fletcher, Stoudemire, Mulholland game. We've seen him a few times, huh? Dan Smith. Fred McGriff, Master Blaster. Blankenship. Whitaker, Wayne, Russell, Young, Robinson. There we go. That's pretty nice. Big head Griff. Definitely off center, but you know. Eddie Murray, dude. This guy was a monster hitter. 294 career. Ken Caminiti, Rifleman. Tony Phillips. We got one more little stack. We'll do these. There we go. We'll go these. Oh, we did have this down here hiding from that last one of these for two of those. Cecil Fielder. Okay. We don't mind Cecil Fielder. That might be a rookie. You know, they don't. It's hard to tell what a rookie is. I got a corner. Eek. Eek. But it's still cool. Cecil Fielder. You guys remember Cecil Fielder? O'Brien. I'm sure y'all remember him. Home run hitter, dude. First baseman. Darwin. Oh, Jeff Robinson. Guidry. Velarde. Pagliaro. Mike Heath. Upside down. Dan Plesac. Ruffin. Kipper. Can get Bonds here. Oberfell. Tony Phillips. Kevin Brown. A little Jim Abbott with the Angels. There's another Barry. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Greg Vaughn. He's nice. McCray. Ivan Rodriguez. Nice. It's like nobody even talks about him, right? At least not that I know. Matt Williams. Mark McGuire. It's hard to throw away these offers, you know? Well, I guess those guys aren't hoppers. You know, someday these guys are going to be put in the Hall of Fame and their cards are just going to like skyrocket. I wonder who is that, you think? Guess who? Brett Butler. Gagne. Landrum. Ventura. Who's that fielder again? David Cohn. Howard Johnson. Gruber. Landrum. Molitor. Those are not the worst looking shot. All right. We're like about halfway. We're taking a break. We're gonna come back. Do part 2. Not too much to go for, right? Nothing crazy to write home about. Bunch of these vintage that I'm collecting. Nobody else probably is. Some names. Rodriguez. We did get a couple berries. We got a Griff. That big head Griff. I'm kind of wanting that. Did get a couple berries so far. But we'll touch base. We'll come back. We'll do part 2 real quick. And we'll see you then. All right. Like it, subscribe it if you've made it this far, right? If you've made it this far, you like basic vintage, you might as well like and sub. All right. See you next.